All right. I think we're good. Give me thumbs up on my live people if we're good now that I have shut down my Facebook page to make sure we don't have double echoing here. And for those speakers who are on with us today, you might want to hit the mute button on that Facebook page for when you unmute yourselves to talk to, so we don't have the double triple echoing. But I am so excited for us to be live here in our sneak peek group, our 3-day group, to see what coaching is all about. And it's lunchtime here in where I'm from on the East Coast in Pennsylvania. And we are excited for anybody who can tune in live. But what's really cool is coaching's on your own time. So anytime you can pop into this group, the recording will automatically be uploaded and you can check it out. So without further ado, we're going to get into things because we have quite a few things to share with you as you navigate whether or not coaching could be the best yes that you make in your life too, like it has been for us. But Megan is going to kick us off today talking a little bit about her story and about, the vision and dream that coaching has created in her life. So Megan, go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Hey guys. So awesome that we can all come together from wherever we are. Like, I've never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be spending my lunch break, like, being fulfilled and inspired and just going into the afternoon feeling on top of the world. So I'm excited to be here with you guys. But I started coaching a little over 3 years ago. I was working in a trauma step-down unit, full-time, 12, 14, 16-hour shifts, waking up at the crack of dawn and literally busting my butt at work all day. So if you're definitely somebody who thinks that you're too busy to be a coach, the cool thing is you get to plan when you're going to work. I spent some of my lunch break when I was at work, working those longer days, checking in with people and sharing part of my journey. But I got to make up for it on my days off because I only worked like 3 or 4 days a week. So when I had started my health and fitness journey a few years ago, I was unhappy, unhealthy, zero energy. Like, no matter how much sleep I got the night before, and I know that like my job was very intense, but I could feel rested. And then by 9 a.m., I'm not joking, I was falling asleep at my computer, like charting. And I would be trying to keep myself awake when I had my 40-minute commute home. Like, had those dangerous moments. No matter what, I could not stay awake. I was dependent on caffeine and I just didn't feel great about myself. And I was just like, this is how it is. I'm a nurse. Like, whatever, this is our baseline and this is how it's supposed to be. And I found out that that's not how it's supposed to be. We don't have to settle for being run down and stressed and just feeling overwhelmed and settling for an unhealthy, unfulfilled life. And don't get me wrong, I am plenty fulfilled at my job, but the cool thing is coaching brings a completely different realm of fulfillment. I get to help people before they get to the hospital. I get to help prevent their disease and illness and sickness, and that is a wonderful, wonderful thing to be a part of. So one thing that coaching did for me, I obviously still worked part-time, worked full-time, so I was doing coaching when I could, because again, we make our own schedule, and sharing my journey at work just kind of helped it naturally take off. I was inspiring people that I didn't even know if you were watching me, and that's where a lot of my challengers came from, and that was really cool to be able to share that with them at work. But I was in excruciating pain all the time, if you've heard much of my story previously. If not, I'm happy to share it with you at a later date. But I was struggling with back pain all the time from a diagnosis I had, and my work made that very, very difficult. So when I got to coach from home on the couch with my ice pack, that was heaven to me. I got to help support people from the comfort of my couch where I could be kind of pain-free. So when the opportunity presented itself to go to a different facility to work at an outpatient clinic, which is what I do now, the pay cut that came with that at first kind of threw me. And then I realized that because of coaching, I didn't have to worry about that. Like, that was supplementing my income. That was making this decision to improve my life and my joy when I went to work and my physical pain. I was able to take control of that a little bit because of coaching. So here I am. I still work full time. I work 4 10s a week and get to plug in with you guys when I can and my challengers and so forth. But I wake up before work now and I do my business and my workouts and so forth and a little bit in the evening. But the vision that I have for what's ahead of me is retiring from nursing, not because I don't love it, but because one day I want to be a mom, one day I want to have a family, and I've always envisioned myself being present. Like, that was a calling for me. I didn't want to miss out on things. I want to be all there, and nursing does not allow me to do that. I work with plenty of nurses who are leaving during the day or missing out or not able to be home when their kid's sick. And for me, like, we all have different goals and different callings, but for me, that's not what I want. So I'm working hard now to build my business and help impact as many people as I can so that when I do have that blessing of having a family, it's a no-brainer. You know, it's not a financial strain. It's not somebody else has to pick up overtime and extra jobs and all that. Like, I get to help people from home and have complete freedom and control of my time. I don't have to ask somebody for time off or vacation. And one thing, all of my surgeries, all the things that I've had with my back, it is so stressful when you're trying to plan something for your health and people are telling you no because it doesn't work with their schedule. Because we have patients, we have clinic, another nurse is out. That is so frustrating. You feel powerless. And that's one thing that I love about the future that I'm building for myself is I'm going to be in control of that. So, you know, all the visions that I had for myself to have financial freedom and, you know, being present with my family and traveling, nursing was not going to provide that for me, no matter how much schooling I had. And luckily right now I get to, you know, enjoy the best of both worlds. And in the next few years, my goal is to be full-time from home and help people on my terms. So that's me.
That's so awesome. Thank you for sharing, Megan. I just want to talk a little bit about what we do as a coach and how that can fit into our lives. You know, like Megan said, she's very busy working and still makes time for coaching. And I can see things from both ends of the spectrum. I was working when I became a coach and then was, you know, lucky enough to follow my passion and my dream and make coaching my full-time career and leave my job. So first, the basics of what exactly we do as coaches to help people. There are 4 things we call the 4 vital behaviors. And the first is taking care of our own physical health, you know, just by eating healthy and working out and continuing to learn more and grow on our journey, because none of us are ever at our final destination, right? We're always working on things. And that's the beauty of coaching. You don't have to be at any specific point in your journey. You just have to be working to make small steps every day to, you know, be a little healthier in all aspects of life. We do that by following, you know, a basic nutrition plan, eating well. We have plenty of workout programs in our toolbox of things that we use to help people that have been created by awesome trainers, you know, and we fuel ourselves daily with superfoods to help us feel better, because that's the crazy thing. Like, I ate healthy for years, thought I was doing everything right, but again, like Megan said, I was tired all the time, no matter how much I slept. And the biggest difference for me was getting some extra superfoods into my diet through, you know, a smoothie that I have for breakfast every morning called Shakeology. It's amazing. If you haven't heard of it, go look up the ingredients, because you're going to be surprised how natural foods can really change things for us. So that's the first thing, working on our own selves, our own health, our physical health. The second is improving our mindset, because most of us spend most of our lives, you know, on autopilot. We're repeating things that we picked up along the way that aren't necessarily true, that are dragging us down and causing us to be stressed or to put ourselves down or to be in a negative place. And that's one of the amazing things about coaching, is that it encourages us not only to work on our own physical health, but also our own like mental health, our own spirituality, to become better people and then to shine that light on for others. So we do that through lots of free trainings and different personal development books, audio books. I'm busy. I don't have time to sit and read a book every day. So I listen to things, while I'm doing chores or driving. That's another big part of coaching, is that mindset aspect. And then as we're working on those things ourselves, the third thing we do is we share all this with other people, because, we can only do so much for ourselves. But when we start spreading this knowledge and this positivity out there in the world and helping other people see that they may be busy too, but they can do this if we can. And we do that mainly by sharing on social media, because that's the best way to reach a lot of people in a little amount of time, is sharing what you're doing, sharing your journey, talking to the people that you work with, talking to your friends and family, letting them know the changes that you've made and that they can easily make them too. And then the final fourth thing that we do is we recognize all the people that we're working with. We recognize the people who are in our accountability groups, who are working hard every day to take those small steps, to take back their health. We recognize the people on our team. Some of you may decide to build a team, because we can reach even more people when we bring other friends in with us to be coaches. Then it just makes it that much more fun, and it kind of spreads the knowledge even further. It's like a ripple effect. And we recognize what those people are doing. We just fill each other's cups, and help everyone feel valued and important. So those are really the four basic things we do as coaches. So I want to go in real quickly to how you can fit that into your life. So first, when I started coaching, I initially thought I had no time for this, and it was pretty cool because that personal development piece showed me I could be more efficient with my time. And so I was working in an office. I would get up in the morning. I had a 1-year-old. So, if you're a mom, that stage where you can't ever leave their side because you never know what they're going to get into next. I was very busy with that too. And so I would get up in the morning before him and get ready to go to work and listen to some personal development or some training while I was doing that. And then I would make a post on social media from the car in the parking lot before I went into the office. And then on my lunch break, it was crazy. I looked forward to getting to work my Beachbody business as my break. And I would check into my group that I was hosting, see how everyone was doing with their eating plans, their workouts, answer questions. And then after work, I'd go home, make dinner, do my workout, hang out with my family, and then my son would go to bed, and I would spend about 45 minutes to an hour, reaching out and connecting with other people and, starting conversations about healthier living and seeing how I could help them and if this might be a good fit for them too. And so I was loving doing all that, but it was a lot. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much more fulfilling than what I'm currently doing for work. I would love to be able to do this full time. So I kind of kicked it up a notch, put more time in. I would work during his nap times on the weekends and get up a little earlier in the morning now that I have more energy. And within about 4 months, I was able to leave my job and become a coach full time. So now my days look a little bit different. I get up in the morning still. I get up early, even earlier now than I did when I was working, which is crazy to me. So I was never a morning person. And I get up and first thing I do my personal development and I check into my groups, because that's how I want to start my day, by surrounding myself with all of these other awesome people who are working on their health journey too. And it motivates me as a coach to keep going as I see all these other busy moms and wives and people who are making themselves a priority. Then I get my son up and I make breakfast with him and we work out together. Really, he just plays and throws toys and I work out. Sometimes he jumps on me and, my little motivator. And then we'll do whatever we want to do in the morning, whether it's running errands, going to the grocery store, spending time with family, going to Bible study, hanging out with friends. Our mornings are ours now. And then at lunchtime, we eat together and I put him down for his quiet time when hopefully he will nap. Doesn't always happen. And that's what I do, some more work on my business. And again, reach out, connecting with people, answering messages, working on content, things that I can post to help people see that healthier living can be realistic and attainable, and just giving tips and things like that. And then in the evening, after he goes to bed, my husband's usually out working in the garage, doing something like that. 1 to 2 nights a week, we have cool little video chats, kind of like this, but in a bigger setting with our whole team, where we help each other grow and learn, and we do awesome free training and gain so much more knowledge, and also have that great time to connect with each other and the other women on our team. So that's what coaching looks like now for me. Those are 2 different scenarios to give you an idea.
Awesome, Courtney. It has been a joy to see you grow in this business and to see you be able to, change your schedule, change your life. And I love how you shared, you never would have got up in the morning before or done any of that, and that's so my story and so many of the coaches on our team's story, because, we all are going through our day-to-day lives and motions, and we really don't know that there's more out there, or that we can achieve more, or that we can be greater, that we can use our time more efficiently. And we really do feel like we don't have any time and we don't have any resources or any energy. But really what we can find through coaching is that we become better people. We become better moms, wives, husbands, friends, everything. I've become better because of coaching, for sure. So the part of this journey I get to share with you guys is the financial end. And I know sometimes that is a little bit uncomfortable for people to talk about, because everyone got into this because they wanted to help other people. And we still do. It's always about helping people. But how awesome is it that we can help people and we can also earn an income? And so what's super, super cool, honestly, in my opinion, the best thing ever, is that this business is no like pyramid, fake, crazy, get rich quick kind of thing. You don't make any money when you sign up. So sorry if that's a deal breaker for you. We love you, but it might not be for you. The money that you're going to earn is a direct representation of the impact you're making, the lives you're changing, the hustle you're willing to put in. But it is the best hustle ever, because at any other job you work, whatever you do, how productive you are, it doesn't really equal what you get paid. But in this business, you're in charge. So for me, I was working full-time as a dental hygienist before this. And I knew going into that exactly how much money I could make. And there was really no room for increasing or going up, the ladder of success. Maybe I'd get a dime more a year or something like that, per hour. And there wasn't room for growth. So for me, that was it, and I was pretty excited about that career, to be honest with you. I was like, yeah, I'm going to come out and I'm going to make good money and it's going to be awesome. But no matter how much effort I put into my job and the grit and the grind and all of it, that was it. I made what I made, and somebody else told me my schedule. Somebody else told me what days I got off and if I was allowed to do this and that. And honestly, one of the best rewards today is that nobody tells me when I have to be where. And I never have to miss preschool field trip, and I never have to miss any activity that my family wants to do. And if we want to go on vacation in the summer when my husband's off, he's a school teacher, we can do that, because I can pick up and go, because I'm my own boss of my time and I can design the life I want for my family. So let's talk about income. Let me first start with Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success in this. Like I shared in the beginning, it's all representative of the hustle and the work you're willing to put in. Each coach's individual skill, talent, and effort, okay? But I will share with you that when I first started doing this, just like Megan shared and Courtney shared so far, I was working full-time. And on top of that, I also own a gym. I was also a full-time grad student. I just had a 7-month-old daughter. I didn't think I had any time left in the basket or energy, just like they shared. Personal development helped me find that and helped me find a new passion. But I started to work. And in the beginning when I worked, I was working, an hour or two a day on this business on the side. And within 9 months of working at this business daily, consistently like that, I started making about $1,000 a month. And that was pretty amazing for me. That changed our life as a family. I was able to pay cash for grad school and not have to take out more loans. And, whatever it is in your life, maybe you're looking to make, $100 a month would change your situation right now. Maybe that would help you afford, private school for your child, or maybe that would help you afford the dance lessons that your daughters wanted to do. You can work this as much or as little as you want. So for me, once I started seeing the success in that, and that my hustle was representative of what I was going to get paid, I decided to put in more. I decided to invest more time, more energy, more resources into this business. And, within about a little over 2 years, 2.5 years, I matched my income as a dental hygienist. And, for me, I don't work as a dental hygienist at all anymore. And at this point, almost 4 years in, I have outgrown what I ever could have made in dental hygiene. And I have the ability to continue to grow that income, to change my family's life, our situation. And it has blessed my life in more ways than I can express. But like I shared and started with, and in my portion of this with income, the most rewarding thing of all is that I know I'm not just making money off other people buying things. I am making money off people changing their lives. There's a lot of things out there you can sell. If you want to be a salesperson, I might recommend that you maybe try something else, sell makeup or hair products or, nail things, or there's so many things out there you can sell in direct sales. And I love all those products. I buy them. I support people who sell them. But for this, we kind of have a harder job. We're not just selling something and then we get paid and it's done. We want to help somebody change their life, to get healthy for the long run. And that is a task that takes heart. So we're looking for people who want to do this, that want to truly change lives and know that you can create an income that will bless you beyond measure. But it takes time and it takes heart more than anything. But the coolest part about it is that you don't need any talent, which we'll get into in a few minutes. Everything you need to learn, we can teach you. It's all learned. So real quick, so you understand the 2 ways we earn money as coaches. Number 1 is commissions. The first way we earn money is through commissions, 25 to 40% commissions on different things that we sell as coaches. So programs and products are 25%. When we bundle them together as a challenge pack, we make a little bit more on that. And then subscriptions, like if you know Beachbody On Demand, that awesome resource that we have, we earn 40% commissions on something like that. The second way we earn money as a coach is by building a team. I get to earn residual income through training people to become effective at doing that first thing I said. So by training people to also, help people achieve their goals by hooking them up with solutions, programs, and products to help them do so, they earn commission. And I earn residual income through what we call team cycle bonus. So you have the option when you join as a coach, if you'd like to just build a business off of commissions, or you can choose to build a team like Megan mentioned in the beginning, and you can earn 2 ways as a coach. So with that said, I'm going to pass the torch over, and our next speaker is Brittany, and she's going to share with us a little bit about what you may think about some things in coaching.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for jumping on and listening to our stories and what this coaching opportunity is all about. I want to take a few moments today and address a couple of the myths I often hear about coaching, either when I talk to people or just myths maybe you've heard or thought in your mind, and sometimes it's hard to ask those questions. So I'm going to go ahead and address them. The first one is one that's been addressed by everyone who has talked on here, because it's the biggest myth and the biggest concern that most people have is, I don't have enough time. And I understand that concern. I understand feeling like life is so crazy and so busy. But I felt that way too. I run my own business. I'm a business owner in massage therapy. I was certified in personal training. I have a child who, at the time I joined coaching, was still doing sensory therapies, and I'm married. So I was thinking, how in the world am I going to fit more in? But I realized how much less time I needed than I thought if I would be efficient and effective with my time. And that's something that when you become a coach, we help you figure out. You're not thrown into this and we just say, well, go do this. We talk about how we can break it into chunks of time. Maybe you only have like 20 minutes, 3 or 4 times in the day, like before your kid gets up. Maybe when they're watching the one show you let them watch. It might be after they go to bed when you're just decompressing. Or maybe you watch 3 hours of TV every night and you're like, I could probably cut 1 hour of that out. But we find ways to schedule in time. And I learned by making a schedule for my time. There were pockets of time I was doing things like scrolling the news feed, I don't know, just talking to like friends, and nothing's wrong with that. But I'm like, oh my gosh, I could use 20 minutes here and 20 minutes there. And all of a sudden I found a way to get in an hour a day at first. And when I first started, all I did was an hour a day. Because I would join on a team like this that had amazing systems, I didn't have to think, well, what am I going to do in that hour? I don't know where to start. We have systems and trainings that teach you everything you need to know. You do not have to reinvent the wheel on this team. You don't come in and then try to think, how do I start? Instead, we're like, hey, if you've only got 40 minutes, here's a checklist. We have a checklist. You just want to do this and make a little income. Here's the things you need to do. You can do them in 30 minutes and then do these other in another 30 minutes. And all of a sudden, you're seeing your business begin to move forward by simply finding 60 minutes in your day. Now, as you grow and you want to take more time, we give you more things on a checklist. We show you how to schedule in more time. Maybe you join a group where you get up early in the morning and keep each other accountable. But the reality is, there is a system in place, and we teach you how to schedule your day, and you can find time. And usually, if you're struggling with that, one of us on this team, because there's like over 100 people on this team, will be sitting there saying, hey, I have a schedule similar to that. Here's what worked for me. We are a family, and we really work with each other to help each other get the benefit of the business and find time to make it effective, but keep you sane, because we're not trying to add stress to anyone's life. We're trying to give you freedom, and finding an hour a day can begin to give you that freedom. The other thing I really want to address, another objection that is probably, and I hear it all the time, and I relate to it so much, so I want to address that, is I have to be in perfect shape, or maybe I have to look like a fitness model, or I have to be at my goal weight. Okay, I understand that concern, and that one's near and dear to my heart, because I was someone who had always struggled with my weight as a kid. And I'll be honest, I still struggle with it, but I don't let it control me anymore. I realize by being real in who I am and fit at whatever size your fit is not a scale number, guys. Fit is not a clothing size. Fit is a mindset and a body structuring at your personal best. You know, fit can be a size 2 or a size 20, depending on your body. And when you are real and genuine and you share your struggles, your ups, your downs, maybe you have a chocolate addiction like me. I've struggled. I love chocolate. But you know what I found? People love how real I am. Instead of looking like I've got it all together all the time, I'm real. I'm honest when I have those struggles. And people feel like, hey, she gets me. She gets me because she doesn't have it all together. And I was even working in the fitness industry, certified in personal training, and felt that same feeling of, will anyone want to do what I do? And I cannot tell you how many messages I get from people that say, one of the reasons I want to work with you, Brittany, is because you're so real and you know what this struggle feels like. It's not easy for you. So now, if you're in great, perfect shape and you look like a fitness model, you're naturally going to, of course, have people that want to know what you're doing. But let's say you're someone who's struggled or is struggling, or maybe you're just in the beginning of your journey. People are going to cheer you on, and they're going to want to work with you because they're going to see you're doing this. And if you can do it, they can do it. People need to know not only perfect people can do this, everyone can do this. And real attracts people. And another huge thing, if you're like on the fence about this because of not being in perfect shape, the accountability you are going to have when you are with all these people and running groups with us where you're helping people with their fitness, you don't get off the hook as easy. And so you are setting yourself up for success. Because when other people watch you and count on you, you're going to show up. Even if you fall off, you know, you're going to have all these people here and maybe whoever invited you to this call saying, listen, you can do this. Let's regroup. Let's look at your eating. Let's look at your fitness. You are not a failure. You are worth it. You are going to do something with this. You know, so don't let that fear hold you back. I mean, my last thing I'm going to close with is a personal story, and it comes from my last night at Girls on the Run. My daughter does Girls on the Run. And I looked around and thought, thank God I didn't let that hold me back. Because in high school, I couldn't run 3 miles. I could not physically do it. I was an athlete, but I could not run. And last night I knew I could stand next to her and I would be able to stay with her. I'd be able to keep up with her no matter what, because I gave myself a chance to put myself out there and make myself the healthiest version of me. And I saw moms watching that wished they could be with their kid. And that is what I want to leave you with. Like, don't let your size or imperfection hold you back, because actually that's what's going to propel you forward. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Brittany. That was awesome. I'm Melissa, and I just want to piggyback on what Brittany was talking about and just share a couple more myths that sometimes people struggle with. I know personally I did. the first one is I was concerned about the price of Shakeology. When I found out how much it was, I was like, I don't usually spend that much money. Some people think of me as cheap. I like to think of myself as frugal, but I am very cautious in how I spend my money. I have 3 kids. We buy hand-me-down clothes. We go consignment shops. I don't buy anything unless it's on sale. So, the cost was a concern for me. But I decided, I had 30 pounds to lose, and it was really important to me that I did it, and I did it in a healthy way because I had done other things before and they weren't necessarily healthy. So I wanted to do it right. And the more I found out about Shakeology, the more impressed I was about the ingredients and everything about it. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go for this. And my husband and I did it together. And the funny thing was, I thought we are going to be absolutely broke at the end of this month. But the crazy thing was, we weren't. We were fine at the end of the month. And when I went back and I looked, we actually saved money by drinking Shakeology. And the reason was because we stopped eating out as much, because we were just like on the go all the time. I was working full time when we first started. So I was constantly, picking up fast food and just not making good choices. So I thought that I was, being cheap by buying, $5 McDonald's to-go meals, but actually, little by little, I was spending a lot per day, and I didn't even realize it until I actually looked at what I was doing. So, if that's a concern of yours, I would look at your budget and see how much you're actually spending out to eat. Because a lot of times it's a lot of money and we don't really even realize that we're doing it. Basically, the cost of Shakeology boils down to about $4 a day. And you're not going to find very many meals quick on the go that are good for you for that price. So I definitely think that it's worth it. I know personally, I've seen a big improvement in how I feel, and that is worth every penny to me. So I value what I put in my body more than the other things that I purchase, because your body, that's what lasts. And so we have to be careful how we treat ourselves. So, don't let the price scare you. Even if you just want to try it for a month and see, how you feel, you might be like me and find out too that, hey, this is worth it. It's worth it to feel good, and it's worth it to know that I'm treating myself right. The other thing that sometimes people are concerned about is, I can't be a coach because I'm not a fitness and nutrition expert. Well, I definitely wasn't. I just told you guys that we love going out to eat. We were, eating out, making poor choices. I'm a Southern girl. I grew up on fried chicken and casseroles. So, definitely not a fitness expert in any means. That is okay. You don't have to be. It's a process. And you just be real with people. You tell people, hey, I'm trying this. I'm definitely not perfect. I don't understand all this, but I'm just going to go for it, and I'm going to learn step by step. And it has completely changed my life. Like, I never would have thought that a year and a half later after I started that I would actually care each day what I put in my mouth. And the funny thing is, I think it's hilarious when I go to like parties or something and somebody has like cupcakes. They're like, oh, you can't eat this. And I think, are they talking to me? Because, I was like a junk foodaholic. And like, I just can't believe that people have the perception of me now as somebody who eats healthy. So, definitely give yourself grace. You don't have to be an expert in nutrition. You don't have to know all of the ingredients in Shakeology. You kind of learn as you go, and you just start where you are.
I love that. So awesome, Melissa. And, I have to give Melissa kudos, because if you guys can't tell from reading our names, we have the same last name. We're sister-in-laws. And, I have to add here that, beyond helping other people, some of the greatest joys in this business comes from helping your family get healthier. And, sometimes that doesn't happen right when you first get started. They can be the most resistant to your changes, but knowing in the back of your head that if you keep with it down the road, you are going to change the history of your family. You're going to change generations of how people eat and how people view food. And now, to see 4 years later, both of my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, who have completely changed how they ate. And, my husband never thought my father-in-law would change some of his food habits, and how they are in the best shape of their life in their 60s now. And it is so awesome, to see my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law get healthy, to see the effects it's had on my husband and my daughter, all of these things. It's awesome to change other people's lives, but to see what it can do to your family financially and physically and emotionally through the growth that we emphasize through personal development can truly change your life in more ways than maybe you ever think you're signing up for. So let's talk about signing up real quick. Let's talk about some basics of what coaching is, what it isn't, and if it's for you, how you can get started. So to kind of recap things, here are the basics. As you know, Beachbody is a highly reputable company. They're seen in magazines, on TV, on infomercials, on talk shows. It's used by celebrities. People know what these programs are, and they work. And we get 25% commissions, up to 40% commissions on subscriptions through anything that we sell through our personal Beachbody site, which you will get when you sign up to be a coach. Even if you've never bought or sold anything yourself, you always will earn that commission on anything that goes through your site. There's no pressure to make any sales or increase in rank. If you want to work, great. If you don't want to work right now, that's cool. If you want to see how it goes and work a little bit and fitting in those pockets of time that you can, that's up to you. There's never any pressure to do anything. You're your own boss in this business. You can make team cycle bonus, which is paid weekly, if you decide to build a team. And that's that second way of earning income I talked to you about through residual income. We also get a 25% discount on our products. So as Melissa discussed, if you're somebody who likes to save money, that is an awesome thing, is that we do get a discount on Shakeology. While I truly believe the blessing is way beyond the discount of what you can do with this opportunity, the discount is a great way to start, and it's how I started myself. You get first access to all new programs and products that are released. You get free trainings, webinars, conference calls. You can attend events, all the things you need to make you successful. Our team has amazing resources, and it's a great community to be part of. Each person here on this call will be a support system for you. We're some of the leaders on this team, but you also will have the direct mentorship of the sponsor who you sign up under. So whoever invited you to this group will be your coach sponsor. Then we have your upline diamond and Star Diamond, which are all the people on this call that are here to support you. What's really cool is for tuning in today, all of our upline diamond coaches are giving gifts to those who join our team today. So super exciting, and just a little way to welcome you into our community. So there's no stocking of products, no shipping of products. We don't have to host home parties, which was, a win-win for me. But if you love to have people over, host people, you can mix them up some Shakeology and talk to them about programs and work out together. There are ways to make this your own thing, but you don't have to have any inventory or deal with any of that. Customer service ships everything out for you and deals with any issues that you may have. So we have a huge support system. Like I said, you'll be part of our Facebook community. You'll be part of these calls like we're doing right now, live streams that we do to train you. And honestly, one of the biggest blessings of joining as a coach is the community of friends that you get that are going to uplift you, encourage you in your times of struggle, in your successes. We get to celebrate with you. And really, I didn't know what I was missing in life until I had it. And now that I have it, I don't even know what I did before without having these amazing people in my life. So how do you start at? You know what's really cool? I told you guys in the beginning that, I was a dental hygienist. I also own a gym. To start a business, it costs thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. But to become a coach, it costs $40. And so you can sign up to be a coach for $39.95. That's your business startup fee and your first month business fee as a coach. Or if you've already purchased a challenge pack before, and maybe you've been in challenge groups with us already, you can get that reimbursed to you. So signing up to be a coach is actually free for you in that sense. If you'd like your coach enrollment fee waived, you can join with a challenge pack. So that's with Shakeology and a fitness program. We recommend the all access on demand challenge pack, where you get access to every workout Beachbody's ever created, plus the new ones they come out with. That's currently on promotion for $160, which is ridiculous. Over $7,000 of workout programs and 30 meals of Shakeology for $160. So if you do not have all access, that is definitely the way you want to sign up. So that's the deal. You can cancel at any time. There is no obligation, like I shared, to stay a certain length of time or do anything with this business. The opportunity is there for everybody. It's an equal opportunity, and it's totally up to you if you decide to take advantage of it. But one thing I'd love to leave you with as you consider if this is right for you. If you're thinking, I think I kind of want to build a business, or like, that sounds really cool, what some of these people have been able to achieve. I'm afraid, what if people, aren't that supportive, or, what if I fail? I want to tell you something. I failed a lot in the past 4 years to get where I am today. All right. And so if you're considering doing this, even though I said there's no obligation, you can cancel anytime, I want you to think in your head, I'm going to give it a year. I'm going to see what 1 year of working out, of eating healthier, of drinking a shake, of filling my mind up with positivity through personal development, pouring into a community who lifts me up. I want to see what a year of that does for me. And I promise you, the richness of that in all areas of your life will be far, far beyond your $40 investment or your $160 challenge pack. It will change your life. So thanks so much for tuning in with us over lunch today. It has been a pleasure to talk with you. Like I said, this is recorded, and you can watch the recording later if you tuned in late or didn't get to see us live. But thank you for being part of this, and I really hope we get to see you as part of our fitness family soon. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye-bye.